I sit beneath the cypress road, tell the wind what I don't show. I've lied, I've left, I've let folks down, but here I don't need to drown. The trees don't judge me when I speak. They let me bend, they let me creak. They whisper back in rustling grace, you're more than just your darkest place. I bring my coffee and old sins, lay them down where shade begins, and somehow roots don't pull away. They hold me firm through what I say. The trees don't ask me for the why, they just stand still beneath the sky. And when I cry, they don't retreat, they drop their leaves around my feet. I've seen folks leave when truth gets near, but bark don't flinch and trunks don't fear. So I return with every wrong, to sit where I've belonged all along. So if you find me in the woods with trembling hands and busted goods, just know I'm healing where I should, in quiet shade, misunderstood. And the trees don't judge me, never will. They teach me how to just be still.
Sat beneath the sycamore, no phone, no boots, no need for more. The wind rolled in with cedared breath and taught me truths I missed till death. What the wind told me that day wasn't loud, it didn't sway, just wrapped around like childhood dreams, and mended up my busted seams. It said, you've held too much too tight, let go of blame and breathe the light. Brushed my cheek like mama's hand and helped me finally understand what the wind told me was peace, the kind that don't come fast or cheap. It didn't fix what's broken stone, but made me feel a bit less alone. You won't find it in a book or in the mirror when you look. You find it in the rustling trees, the ones that bend but still find ease. So now I walk where breezes play and listen more than what I say. What the wind left in my chest was stillness, mercy, and some rest. What the wind told me I keep every breath before I sleep. You won't find it in a book or in the mirror when you look. You find it in the rustling trees, the ones that bend but still find ease. So now I walk where breezes play and listen more than what I say. What the wind left in my chest was stillness, mercy, and some rest.
There's a bench down past the bend where time forgets how roads should end. It creaks with age, the paint has flaked, but Lord, the peace it still can make. The bench by the old creek don't move, but somehow helps your soul improve. You sit and talk to no one there, still feel heard in open air. I carved our names back in '09. They've faded now like old moonshine, but when the wind sings through the reeds, it sounds like you, it meets my needs. Bench by the creek knows our past, holds the laughs that didn't last. And when I sit with coffee steam, you join me there inside the stream. You don't need marble to remember, some love stays like mid-September. Not loud, not new, not on display, just sitting where your shadows stay. So if I go with one last breath, let them find me where there's no death, where memories and ripples meet on that bench by the old creek. The bench still waits and always will, where love runs quiet, deep, and still. Bought a ticket, asked no place. The man just nodded, marked my face, said this train ain't about the end, it's about the parts you can't defend. The train without a name
picks up hearts too full to show. No luggage racks, no final call, just seats for those who've lost it all. A preacher sat 2 rows behind, a girl with ink and tear streaked lines. We didn't speak, but understood. Some rides don't fix, they just feel good. The train without a name rides late through valleys shaped by love and fate. Each mile a sigh, each track a bruise. You don't get back, but you can choose. And when it stops, you step outside. Not new, not whole, just more alive. You learn that leaving was the gift. The pain you carry starts to shift. I walked off slow with lighter hands. The ground felt new, like second chance. No one waved, no banners flew, but hell, it felt like something true. The train without a name is real for those too tired to even heal. Planted seeds and didn't care if sun would shine or clouds would stare. We just dug dirt to pass the pain and tried to hold back all the rain. But the garden grew without us knowing, while we were tired, while winds were blowing. We never meant to start again, but roots don't wait for perfect men. She pulled weeds with broken nails, I fixed the fence with crooked rails. We didn't say this here is love, we just worked quiet and looked above. The garden grew without us knowing, while we were tired, while winds were blowing. We never meant to start again, but roots don't wait for perfect men. She pulled weeds with broken nails, I fixed the fence with crooked rails. We didn't say this here is love, we just worked quiet and looked above. And the garden grew in secret song, while we were just trying to get along. Now flowers bloom by old regret, in colors we ain't even met. Sometimes love don't come in vows, it grows beneath the broken boughs. And when you blink it's tall and green, a life that bloomed where pain had been. Now we
sit with coffee, feet in soil. No plans, no grand pursuit or toil. Just smiles between two hands still warm by the place where love was born. The garden grew without us knowing, but Lord, I'm glad we kept on going. Her hair was braided that warm June day. Sun hit her boots like a sunbeam stray. She passed me by in the feed store line. Smelled like rain and sweet red wine. Her hair was braided loose and kind, like every thought I couldn't find. I never said a single word, but every heartbeat she still stirred. She rode off quick on that rusted bike. I watched her leave like just my type. Friends all teased, said I stood dumb. Guess some silences never come undone. Her hair was braided, swinging free down the back of who she'd never be. To me she was a passing breeze, but that braid still ties up memories. Years go fast like gravel roads, but some girls stay in what you hold. I married once, loved just fine, but she's the thread that stitched my spine. Saw her photo in the county fair, with kids and time inside her stare. I smiled and tipped my hat at fate. Some loves ain't lost, just never laid. Her hair was braided and that's enough. Some moments live when love is tough. There's a patch behind the old tin shed where burnt grass still turns hints of red. Grandma used to light the leaves, said let the smoke make space to breathe. That burnt grass smell, it lingers still, like Sunday prayers and windowsills. It takes me back to flannel sleeves and all the things she'd never grieved. She'd hum while stirring stew at noon and whistle low a gospel tune. Her hands were cracked, her voice was soft, but Lord, her truths could shake you off. That burnt grass held her secret ways. The fire cleared her heavy days. She said, what's gone don't need to stay. The smoke will teach you how to pray.
memories curl above my head. She's gone, but somehow in the haze I feel her near on autumn days. I teach my boy to strike the match and not to flinch when embers catch. He laughs like I once did back then. Grandma lies in burnt grass wind. Some folks fade, some folks remain, and scent in smoke and fall time rain.
A spoon, I brought the tea. Said don't need more if you've got me. We didn't toast, we didn't brag, just let the kettle lift the flag. One spoon, one cup, and not much more. Still felt richer than before. No silver set, no marble floors, just her and I behind one door. We shared a bowl of tomato stew, took turns with bread both torn in two. We didn't count, we didn't claim, just fed each other through the flame. One spoon, one cup, and warm hands near, still fills the fridge with love, not fear. We learned the taste of something true when all we had was just me and you. Some folks chase what they don't need, fill cabinets more than mouths to feed. But joy don't come from all you buy, it's who you feed and how you try. Now every night we clink that mug. She winks, I grin, we share one rug. And somehow that's enough for life. One cup, one spoon, one quiet wife. One spoon, one cup, that's how we grew. And I'd take that over gold or new.
Used to flinch at thunder cracks, hide my heart and turn my back. But now I step into the storm, let the water rinse me warm. Rain don't scare me anymore. I ain't running for the door. Let it pour and soak my boots. There's peace in getting back to roots. I've loved and lost, I've cursed the sky, but never stopped to ask it why. Now I let the heavens cry and wear that grief until it's dry. Rain don't drown me like before. It just speaks what I ignored. Let it wash the years I feared. I'm stronger wet than I appeared. You don't get brave by staying dry. You walk through clouds and let them sigh. And when it clears, you'll see your name carved in puddles, not in shame. So if you see me walking slow through a field where gray winds blow, just know I've found a softer shore. Rain don't scare me anymore. Rain don't scare me, not one bit. It taught me how to finally sit.
Barn out back ain't got no cows, just strings and dust and echoed vows. My brother strummed, my mama sang. Those boards still hold that kind of twang. Barn still hums at dusk each day, even when folks have moved away. It sings of love and hay and grace, of all we lost but can't replace. I sneak out there with my old guitar, pick slow tunes under evening stars. And if you listen past the breeze, you'll hear the ghost of harmonies. The barn still hums, though empty now, like songs still stitched to sacred vow. I don't need crowds, I don't need cheer, just that old barn and what I hear. Some folks build cathedrals high, mine was made where swallows fly, with pitch that wavers, rhythm thin, but Lord, it holds the soul within. I should leave
leave this land someday. Let that barn rot, but let it play. Let it keep humming raw and low, a song for hearts that learn to grow. The barn still hums at dusk, it's true. And somehow so do I, do too. Showed up limping, skin and bones. Didn't bark, just made my porch his home. I fed him once, he stayed for years. No leash, no name, just wiped my tears. The dog that stayed when no one would, just laid there like he understood. He didn't fetch, he didn't play, but Lord, he helped me stay okay. I told him things I'd never said, like how her perfume still haunts my bed. He'd raise one ear, then let it drop, like saying, man, just let it stop. The dog that stayed through wind and rain, slept by my boots, ignored my pain. But in his eyes, I found some peace, a quiet love that never ceased. One winter night, he walked real slow out to the edge where moonlight glowed. He looked at me, then laid right down, became the stillest soul I'd found. I carved a marker, nothing grand, just thank you friend in calloused hand. Now when it storms, I sit out back and feel him lean against my lap. The dog that stayed left more than fur. He taught me love needs no big word. Still smell smoke from yesterday.
fire we built won't fade away. You leaned on me, your laugh was low. We said nothing, let embers glow. Last night's firewood still burns in corners where my memory turns. Though you're gone with breaking day, the warmth you gave won't slip away. You left before the coffee brewed. No kiss, just autumn mood. But somehow that one simple spark lit something new inside my dark. Last night's firewood, plain and dry, taught me love don't need to try. Sometimes one night's all it takes to shift the ground where your heart breaks. I don't know where your train ran to, but I know what your silence knew. Some goodbyes feel more like grace when they don't beg for time or place. So I'll stack wood again tonight. Let shadows dance in soft delight. Though this hearth holds only me, the warmth you left still sets me free. Last night's firewood still warms, even in the coldest storms. Found her jacket just last week, tucked behind my winter sheets. Still smells faint of pine and rain, of whispered laughs and window panes. The jacket in my closet stays, even though she's miles away. It ain't just cloth, it holds a part of who I was when she had my heart. She left it there that snowy night, said keep it safe, then kissed me light. We swore we'd call, we meant to try, but seasons passed and hearts ran dry. The jacket in my closet knows all the truths I never showed. It warms me more than coats ever could, 'cause
once wore it when we stood. Some things you don't return or toss, they hold the weight of what you lost and hang there quiet year by year until you're ready to let them hear. Maybe someday I'll let it go or gift it to the wind and snow, but not today, it's not yet time. 'Cause when I miss her, it still fits fine. The jacket in my closet waits, not for her, but for what fate creates. Didn't ask about my scars or why I flinch beneath the stars. She didn't fill the room with sound, just stayed until I came back round. She gave me silence that healed, not a fix, not a spin on the wheel. She let the quiet do its part, let the stillness stitch my heart. No question sharp, no worried eyes, just simple nods and fireflies. She'd hum some tune with no real name, and somehow peace just softly came. She gave me silence, not advice, no sermon list or sugar spice, just her presence near the flame. And not once did she say my name. It's rare to find a soul so kind who doesn't try to read your mind. She just sat there, held the air, like saying, boy, I'll still be there. I learned that healing ain't so loud, it ain't applause, it ain't a crowd. It's just someone who lets you be and sees the storm but lets you see. She gave me silence that healed, and in that hush I found what's real. Sanded down my porch swing slow, said this old wood still got some glow. Painted it white, then sat a while, said nothing much, just gave a smile. A porch swing named Grace, worn but true, like hearts that break then learn to glue. It squeaks a bit, but holds us tight as day turns soft and stars take flight. She don't ask about girls before, she just plants flowers by the door.
sings to birds and bakes like spring, and every breeze feels less like sting. This porch swing's held more tears than time, but now it holds her hand in mine. It doesn't race, it just sways slow, and teaches me to let her know. They say some folks are just a phase, but Grace, she's roots, she's rain, she stays. And on this swing I found my knees, not to beg, just thank the breeze. We drink our tea in quiet throne. The past still knocks, but we don't run. The swing still creaks like it might fall, but somehow now I trust it all. A porch swing named Grace, that's her too. Both built from love, both good as new. There was a time I'd curse the glass, call myself names, drink too fast. But now I shave and crack a grin at the man who chose to start again. The man in the mirror ain't mad anymore. He don't punch walls or slam no door. He don't chase ghosts or pick old fights. He just nods and sleeps at night. I let my beard grow last July. Didn't care if folks passed me by. Now I trim it just enough to remind myself that I've been tough. The man in the mirror looks worn and wise, with crow's feet round his quiet eyes. He don't brag and he don't lie. He's just proud, he still tries. Forgiving yourself ain't fast or clean. It's built through tears and nicotine. But one day you see who's looking back, and find a friend in all you lack. So I hang my hat on that cracked frame, whistle soft and say my name. 'Cause now I walk with open doors, and I ain't mad no more. The man in the mirror finally sees the best thing I forgave was me. finally sees the best thing I forgave was me.
I set that chair at 6:15, right where the porch meets morning green. A coffee mug, a blanket fold, and every breath not bought or sold. A chair for the morning light, to sit and watch the world turn right. No breaking news, no race to win, just stillness I let settle in. Birds don't wait for cue or cheer, they just show up and sing sincere. I hum along, forget my name, and let the breeze forgive my blame. A chair for the morning hush, where time don't charge and hearts don't rush. It don't fix much, but it begins. The kind of day where peace still wins. There ain't a cure for all regret, but sunshine helps you not forget that every day ain't just a chore. Some are gifts you sit before. So pull up yours beside mine soon. We'll talk of trees and quiet moons, and even if we speak no word, the morning light will still be heard. A chair for the morning light is where I learned to love life right. Love, if you're listening close, I ain't the man who chased you most. I let you go, I looked away, but maybe now I'd let you stay. Love, if you're out there slow and kind, I've made some room, I've cleared my mind. I won't ask much, I won't demand, just maybe reach, take my hand. I've hurt, I've hid, I've pushed too far,
I've dreamed with ghosts beneath the stars, but still I wake, and still I try to be a man who won't just cry. Love, if you're near in whisper tones, don't knock too loud, don't break no bones. Just sit beside me, breathe my pace, and maybe fill this empty space. I won't beg, I won't pretend, but I believe in grace again. And if you're real, and if you roam, I've left the porch light on at home. So if you come, come as you are, in denim boots or beat up car. I'll pour the tea, I'll play it slow. Love, if you're listening, just let me know. Love, if you're listening, I'm still here. No longer lost, just quietly clear.
Passed by the house on Harlan Bend, just meant to drive, not feel again. But there it stood, the mailbox red, with her last name still painting dread. That mailbox with her last name opened up more than letters came. It held our vows and fights and tears, and all the weight from all those years. The porch light flickered like it knew that I was back, just passing through. I didn't knock, I didn't stay, just stared and whispered, you okay? That mailbox still stood straight and plain, like a love that bends but don't complain. I left no note, just left a past, but somehow felt more free at last. We leave behind what can't be fixed, but sometimes pain and grace get mixed, and what remains in rust and wood can still remind us we once stood. So if you drive that road one day and see that name that slipped away, tip your hat but don't hold tight. Some mail just never gets sent right. That mailbox with her last name still stands inside silence without blame. Never asked what broke my heart, just showed up with a truck that start. Dropped 2 cold beers on my porch rail, said we don't need to talk, just exhale. The friend who brought beer but never advice, didn't quote books or Jesus Christ. He just sat down, let silence roll, like someone who knew how to hold a soul. He'd nod if I began to speak, but never dug too hard or deep. Just cracked a joke, then looked ahead, like saying, boy, you're not quite dead. The friend who showed up said not much, but somehow gave the softest touch. I healed more with his quiet grin than all the preachers preaching sin. Some wounds don't need talking through, just someone who'll sit next to you, not to solve, not to explain, but to say you're not insane.